had a guy call me asking if I could take his Model A in. Nope. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the most famous YouTuber in the world that no one has ever heard of. Okay, so I've got one piston and rod in the goo. Got two out. And I wanted to show you something because I think it's noteworthy. You see that discoloration? You see that discoloration? And that? These bearings were never fit properly. This is why I lap them in. Because that only had just a little over half of the bearing surface doing its job. The crank looks like it might be okay. We'll have to dig deeper on that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that while I was taking this apart. I can't really film with that thing going, so I paused it. I've been doing a little bit. I've got these pieces went through that. So how's that for a parts washer? Same with this. Almost brand new. Almost, except for the spider that's taken up residence. That wasn't in there yesterday because this was in the tank. I'm going to run this one a few more times, see if I can get rid of that black goo. But so far, yeah, that ultrasonic tank is doing a really good job. I ran this through twice. It's like that's got to go in again, and you can tell I ran this 3 times and ran this 2 times. You can actually see the divide. I'll run that one again. The big stuff doesn't fit in my tank, so I'll have to do that the old-fashioned way. Gasoline in a bucket. Yeah, it's coming along. Alright, we got one piston and one rod. This has been out, it's been marked. I don't know if that's a 2 or a 3. I believe this was in the 2 position. But again, this bearing was not fully seated. And it was trimmed off weird. The piston itself seems to be cleaning up okay. It's a lot cleaner than it was. And on the bearings, which I shredded that, taking it off. I did not want to come off, but I wanted you to see we still have some shims. 2 on either side, which surprises me. And for the bearing, that one wasn't fit right. I'm wondering if these are stock, because they used to just scrape them. They used to burn them in. But when you rebuild them, we don't have the machines to burn them in like Ford did. So we scrape. But now we've got, that time saver navy stuff, so it doesn't look bad. I just jammed that shard of little metal splinter into my hand. That was fun. So we're going to keep going. I want to get this crank out. I want to measure it so we can order the replacement parts. Okay, let's take a look. Aside from not being fit properly, it's pretty good. This one was missing here, but it took a beating on some dirt. This one got wailed on. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully it's in focus, but there's a bajillion gouges in this from dirt and whatever else running through it. I hope, I haven't picked it up yet because I wanted to film this first. I hope the block is alright. Shims on 2. Ton of shims on 2. 1 shim on either side back here. So let's take a look, see what the crank. Oh, it is a double E crank. That's awesome. Oh, and it rings like a bell. Bye bye shims. Let's see. Oh, Jesus, another splinter in my hand. Can't win for losing here. And let's scratch it up a little bit. Some discoloration. Pretty much matches the cap. All 3 of them match the cap. Camshaft is toast, which I expected it would be. Let me get my whole light. Maybe this is a better angle. Somebody been in here. Bolts are loose. I don't see anything wildly out of place there. Okay. Well, the next step for me anyway, I'm going to do it off camera, is to measure these bearings so I can order the proper size parts for it. I'm going to guess that it's standard. If it's not, I'll let you know. Just had a guy call me asking if I could take his Model A in. Nope. Feel bad for him. I told him to call me back around Christmas to see if it's any room in here. And I sent him on to a guy. There's another guy in town that does Model A stuff, and he does house calls. So maybe he'll take the job. Man, listen to that. No cracks in that crank. Okay. Let me take my measurements, decide what we're going to do, and we'll start taking that camshaft out. Okay, so here's an update on the chicken coop. We are currently looking for a better crankshaft. We're not having much luck. If you have a counterbalance crank that you bought and you haven't used yet, and you want to help us out, please contact me. As they're saying 6 months wait, and I do not want this sitting in my shop for 6 months. But yeah, that's where we're at. But if you got one to sell, let me know, because we're on the market here. Oh, and I did find out that this was a brand new head gasket. For the life of me, I can't figure out what happened, how that happened. But there it is.